I think Turbo is an underrated giant. And why do I say that? It's because not only do I think that way because I could very well hypothetically see it go into the price of 50 cents during this bull run, but another reason for that is because I think that Turbo, even despite not being the smallest meme coin out there, it is very unique. And compared to the other big meme coins out there, I think this one is very special, even though nothing I say is financial advice. Because just think about this. A lot of meme coins out there, they feel very cookie cutter. Like, for instance, Shiba Inu Dogecoin dog with hat, Pepe. It's pretty much like tomato, you know what I mean? It's kind of like every single Dwayne The Rock Johnson movie or like Fast and Furious. It's like, yeah, okay, we get it. It's Fast and Furious 69 or whatever. Okay, cool, you know? But I think this one is very different because even though by nature, it's not something too revolutionary in a sense, like it's not this radical meme coin that's totally different, but then it's different enough to the point that it stands out. It's a meme coin created by AI. And I think this right here is a big narrative because you take a look at AI, the hype is going to jump back in again. As of right now, it's a little bit boring, but I think better days are ahead. Like, for instance, even according to Grandview Research, the AI market is predicted to be worth nearly $2 trillion by 2030. Now, is this really going to matter in the grand scheme of things in terms of the use case of Turbo? Like, no. When it comes to Turbo, all it is that it's a meme coin created by AI. I'm not saying that it's like a BitTensor or like, you know, an ASI, aka Artificial Superintelligence Alliance. I'm not talking about that type of stuff. It's literally just a meme coin created by AI. However, in the world of cryptocurrencies, people usually latch into narratives, right? They don't usually care about the use case too much, or let's say the adoption in some cases, which is why I think when it comes to Turbo, you know, especially once the hype for meme coins come back in a massive way, and also on top of that, we see this, again, massive attention for AI projects, Turbo could very well be leading such an amazing race. But it's only a matter of time. But so far, have I been really that wrong when it comes to Turbo? I don't think so, because imagine back then in early September, and this is a verifiable fact, when Turbo was going down, everyone thought, okay, here we go again. You know, Turbo is going to go off into the abyss. It's caca. But ever since then, it broke an all-time high. And then what happened? As of right now, it's having a little bit of a pullback. Price is not doing the best. But you know what? Ever since then, it's done pretty good. So I can't really say I'm wrong. And I've been saying throughout this whole time that pullbacks are bound to happen. You know, when Turbo had that good rise from early September to, you know, its all-time high, and then it kept doing very well, at that time, my friend's girlfriend's boyfriend's grandma, she contacted me, hypothetically, and she said, wow, I can't believe that Turbo did well. And I can't really say that, hypothetically, I told you so, but maybe I did, because when you take a look at that, I was talking about Turbo back then, and I was saying how it was very amazing, and I still said that, hey, there's still going to be a bright future here. So when you take a look at that, yeah, it's not going to be caca. You know, some people out there, they may think that, oh yeah, man, this is a caca meme coin, because take a look at this microcap right here. This microcap is called Bratwurst Extender Inu, or should I say, used Bratwurst Extender Elite, the Captain Edition that they got from the pawn shop from down the street. Maybe there's a meme coin called that, who knows? And let's say the market cap is like $5,000 and maybe it could do well. Like, I'm not sure. But I'm not really looking for a micro cap. That's a little bit too much risk for my appetite. You know what I mean? But when it comes to Turbo, it's this good balance in between where it's not too massive to the point that the room for growth is a little bit caca. Like, for instance, you take a look at Dogecoin or Shiba Inu, but then at the same time, it's not this micro cap where the risk feels a little bit too high, even though the hypothetical upside could be great. So this is a good balance in between. Not too massive, not too small, and I really like that. Now, some people may think that, okay, when you talk about Turbo, the exposure, it's not enough during a fully fledged bull run. Well, I think the Binance listing and also the KuCoin listing will beg to differ. Because when you take a look at that, Binance, arguably the number one exchange out there, and people think it's the number one of all time. You take a look at, for instance, KuCoin, that's absolutely massive. Take a look at the volume of KuCoin. It's insane, right? In a good way, of course. So when you take a look at Turbo, this is something that could be hypothetically legendary. And sometimes people like to put too much value because they think, oh, a meme coin can't go to the price of 50 cents. They say, oh, it's impossible because they say, oh, the tokenomics, all this type of stuff. But because the tokenomics of Turbo isn't complete trash, you know, reaching the price of 50 cents is hypothetically still possible because if it were to reach that price, considering current circulating supply, market cap would be around $33 billion. So it's not that crazy, right? We've seen Shiba Inu reach around 40 billion. We've seen Dogecoin reach over 80 billion. So I'm not talking about some crazy, ridiculous figures here. But then on the flip side, do I think Turbo has the most excellent tokenomics of all time? No, I don't think so. But for a meme coin, it's pretty good. That's just the way to take a look at it. Now, keep in mind as well, people like to say that, oh yeah, this bull run isn't going to be the best. But when you have over 600 million crypto owners, according to Crypto.com research, I highly doubt it's going to be bad. I mean, I get it. This isn't even like 10% of the world's population, but still, it's very impressive. It's a lot more than back in the peak of the 2021 bull run, which was only around 300 million. So this is pretty much double. So again, I think this bull run could be very special. And even historically speaking, as a worst case scenario, we do know that usually altcoins, they peak around 18 months after a Bitcoin halving event. And the last Bitcoin halving event happened back in April. So 18 months from then is actually on October of 2025. Now, you may be thinking, okay, that's kind of a long time, but I think that's the whole point, right? It's the point that Turbo still has a ways to prove itself. Now, things could happen maybe sooner or a bit later. We just don't know, but I'm still staying patient. Any time and income, I'm still accumulating, holding, and just waiting. That's it. Because even if you take a look at Bitcoin, it's still struggling to maintain $100,000. So when you think about that, there's still ways to go. Imagine once it goes to the price of 200,000, 250,000, and maybe even beyond, who knows? The altcoin season could hypothetically be so legendary. And I'm willing to stay patient because I've been accumulating Turbo for quite a while now. However, again, I'm not giving up because I believe in its future. And again, at the price of 50 cents, that really wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. Sometimes people, at least from what I've seen, they're stuck under this vicious cycle where they keep buying when things are pumping, but then they keep panic selling when things are dumping. Well, if that is the case, where's the longevity in that? Because in my opinion, in the world of cryptocurrencies and also just in the world of investing in general, I think it's more of a marathon. It's not a sprint, because some people out there, they try to day trade, they try to use leverage, they try to swing trade, whatever the case may be. And I'm not saying that every single person is going to fail at that, because allegedly there has been some success stories, even though personally I don't know anyone who has done that successfully. But even besides that, some people allegedly have done okay with that, but majority wise, yeah, I just don't see why that'd be a good idea. Some people out there, also on top of that, they try to outsmart the market. So they try to dump all in when, let's say, things are pumping, but then when things are dumping, they panic sell. So then again, they keep running out of funds that way. Instead of doing that through dollar cost averaging, anytime an income I'm acquiring, I'm holding, I'm just waiting, it doesn't even really matter if the portfolio is down or going up. I'm still going to be accumulating because I'm focused on accumulation. So if the price does go lower, I'm not getting liquidated. If someone's day trading, they short, let's say they anticipate the price to go down, but then it turns out the price is going up, they should have longed instead, right? But then they didn't. What happens? They get liquidated. But when it comes to Turbo, let's say I acquire, at a certain point, it drops like 20%. It's fine. I'm not getting liquidated. I'll just accumulate more, lower down my average cost. So then when the price does go up again, hypothetically, I'm in the green. But that's just a theory, and no one has to follow what I do. That's just a hypothesis, but hypothetically, I'm still doing that. I'm not giving up because, again, 50 cents during this bull run wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. But it's just a waiting game in my opinion. And I do believe that Turbo is a very underrated giant when it comes to meme coins. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I greatly appreciate it. It's been Lee the Captain, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace. Bye.